but they are carbon-heavy sources of energy, right? And because energy demand is so high, peak energy demand is so high now, and I'll come in a minute to why it's very high. Because it's so high, we need additional sources of energy. Just coal, oil, and natural gas won't be sufficient because, as you know, we will run out of them, or there will come a time when we cannot extract them anymore, right? So we need additional sources of energy, and geothermal is one of them. So that's why it's becoming so popular now. And so the challenge now is, how do we meet this electricity, this peak demand in electricity? Keep the grid stable, the power grid stable, stabilize the grid, and also reduce emissions, ideally. And geothermal answers all these questions, and that's why it's popular. My motivation was, I'm a geoscientist by training, a geologist or a geoscientist, but I wanted to expand the application of geoscience to solve larger problems related to energy. I was in the energy field before, but I wanted to solve larger energy problems and that have a societal impact, that can impact society in a bigger way. And so with this form of renewable energy, this form of sustainable energy which has very little emissions, I thought this would be a great way to sort of have a broader societal impact. Energy demand will be of the order of 700 to 900 gigawatts by 2050. Can you imagine how big that number is? The data center energy use, could reach anywhere between 300 to 600 terawatt hours by 2028, just in 2 years. It's basically a distributed IT architecture where you process data close to its source and not from a centralized cloud. And it has two purposes. But remember, the main thing is it's firm, flexible power that is on 24/7. Because when you talk of energy, people think of coal, they think of gas, natural gas, which are important, and I'm not saying, but we constantly need to add new sources. We need to, complement those existing resources with new ones, right? Because the energy demand of the globe is so high.